Hello everybody, Ian Robson. Welcome back to Coffee with Ian. Made French press again this morning. It is delightful, I have to admit that. And it's funny, that light's not that bright, but it seems really, really bright to my eyes today. Oh my goodness. There, that's a bit better. Now probably it's not in my face enough. Anyways, how's everybody doing today? Hope you're doing well. It's been hot the last day or so. What was it? Today, what's the weather supposed to be like today? It is currently 21 degrees at 6:10 a.m. Up to a high of 32. Apparently with a chance of rain and a heat warning. That's always fun. So we're probably going to say something like 32 feels like 40, I guess. Something like that. Where's the humidex in here? That doesn't say it. Anyways. Well, let's go view the actual forecast here. Severe thunderstorm warning in effect. Heat warning in effect. Oh, great. Sounds like it's going to be a delightful day. Jeez Louise. Feels like 30. That's right now. Apparently it feels like 30 outside. Go figure. I'm wearing a long sleeve shirt. This is a Under Armour sweat wicking type shirt. At work, I wore one of these the other day, not too long ago. People are like, why are you wearing a long sleeve shirt? It's like hot as anything outside. I'm like, actually keeps me cooler. And they're like, what? So I'd explain the whole idea behind it, and I'm like, okay. The other nice thing behind these types of shirts is that it's got UV protection in it, so it's like wearing sunscreen basically, which is kind of nice. So when you get a little tiny bit of a breeze, it just wicks the sweat away and cools you off like quite quickly, actually. So it's nice. So if it's cool at all outside and there's a breeze, you'll feel even colder, which is good and bad depending on what's going on. So, but they do have ones for the cold and one for the heat. So cold gear versus heat gear, go figure. So. Anyways, my brother-in-law cut some hay yesterday, so if we have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect, that should be kind of interesting to see how that turns out. Hopefully, it doesn't actually happen, so we can actually get some hay baled up. And like I said, I'll definitely take some video of that when that actually does happen, because I've never really been around. I've only been around like maybe once or twice in like the 12 or 13 years now I've been with my wife. So it goes to show you how many times we've been around this time of year. Very rarely, to say the least. So a lot of people have already got first cut off. There was another period of time beforehand where it was, really nice weather. People got a lot of people got their hay down then, and then now we kind of have like another stint of warmer, doesn't make sense. Warmer, dry weather, but based on what the weatherman says now, I don't know if it actually is going to be as dry as that. Let's go to more details. Apparently, very strong wind gusts can damage buildings. Okay. Yeah. So according to what the Weather Network says here, what is it? Environment Canada weather. Here we go. It's kind of interesting to see. I don't know why. I always check to see what different places are saying, because it's not always the same thing. I can go back and get the Toronto, actually. It's going to be the closest ones. So there's a heat warning in effect, and I want to see the radar. I know I can see it somewhere. Oh, there it is, weather radar. Let's see what they're saying for this kind of area. It's kind of interesting to see. Go ahead and play it. Oh, it's quite a system kind of moving through. So we'll see what happens. So anyhow, in the Hunter Call of the Wild, they finally got the update for the geese, and they kind of fixed them. So I've been out doing a little bit of hunting there. It's been fantastic. They've done a really good job with it. It's pretty fun, actually. I think that'd be a lot of fun. I should really get Landy Kid and do a little goose hunt here this weekend if he's around. I think he might be camping this weekend. I think that's what he normally does on this weekend. If you know, let me know. I'm pretty sure he goes camping on July 1st weekend when he's in Canada visiting his girlfriend. At least as far as I know. I can't remember. I know he goes to a specific provincial park in Ontario, and I've been to the same one before. It's very nice. From where I am, it's quite a ways, I believe, but it's well, actually, would it be? Yeah, I guess would be quite a ways, but it's a nice provincial park. So I don't like. I'm not a big fan of camping in the middle of summer. I don't mind spring. Well, fall camping's my favorite. Because it's cool at nights and warm during the day, so you don't mind going. You can sleep at night, and you're not like sweating bullets all night, so that's a nice thing. We don't have an RV or anything like that. We're not that fancy. I have a little tiny Kia Rondo, so I couldn't really pull an RV. Maybe a pop-up, maybe, but it's not my type of thing. If I'm gonna go camping, I'm gonna go camping in a tent, just because I prefer that over a camper. Although I haven't really been in a camper before, so anyways, yeah. And yeah, so the Hunter Call of the Wild updates have fixed geese for the most part. Like, they've made them actually, harvestable, and they've actually made them a lot of fun. I'm not gonna lie to you. And they seem to come back to the same spot like multiple times, which is kind of funny actually. So I'll have to give that a go again this weekend at some point. So also, happy Canada Day to any Canadians out there. I probably won't be live. Tomorrow is Canada Day, July 1st, and I know the Americans, or you Americans down south, have July 4th coming up. When is July 4th this week or this year? On a Wednesday. Oh, it's a terrible day. I don't know how that's going to work. I guess you might just have the Wednesday off and then have to work the one Tuesday and Thursday. I don't know how it'll work for you guys down there, down south. But happy July 4th as well, before I forget about it. The 4th, as they call it, I believe. And some people call it the 4th at least. So I just call it July 4th. Anyways, got some birthdays coming up in July too. Nephew and niece in July, shortly, close together actually. So lots of little things going on. Also, in terms of Railway Empire, I like that Mexico DLC. It's very nice. The 2 new trains they added are very cool, and the scenarios are quite challenging actually. So I'm enjoying it. I haven't played much of it. I played a little bit more Hunter lately, rather than Railway Empire. I could easily get sucked into that game for hours and hours and hours. Either game really. I don't find either game addictive, as I mentioned before, but they're just a lot of fun to play. So when you're playing them, you just don't realize time. You just go, it goes right by. So, oh goodness, what else has been happening at work? I've been reading about the 5000 series at work, which has been interesting. It's not my department to sell those types of tractors, but it's been interesting to see what they have available in them, like the 5E 3-cylinder, 5E 4-cylinder, 5Ms, and then I don't think I've read about the 5Rs yet. But they talked about declutching, like on a, I don't think that was a power reverse. I think it was like a sync shuttle type of transmission setup with a declutch on the shifter itself, so you don't have to actually use your foot to shift or to clutch. You can use the declutch on the handle itself, which is kind of neat. So I don't think I tried that. I was in a tractor that had it, but I don't remember trying it, to be honest with you. I may have. I can't remember. When I went to my training down in Florida, they had some tractors with that, and they had some tractors with oh shoot, what was it called? Auto throttle, and one of the other things, I can't remember what it is now. One of the other things. So it was kind of cool to check it out, to see how it all worked together. So yeah, it's been interesting to read about it and see how they position certain things. So anyhow. Okay, folks, I think I'm good for today. I feel like I'm rambling, and I feel like I need some more coffee. So my name's Iain Robson. I hope you enjoyed. And if you did, go ahead and drink some more coffee with me. Enjoy the coffee, folks. Yeah, darn good.